God finished making the heavens and the earth, as well as everything in them. On the seventh day, God came to end of all his work and rested. God blessed the seventh day, and he made it holy, because he didn't work on that day. When the God made heaven and the earth, there were no plants and grasses growing on the earth. That was because the God had not sent any rain on the earth, and there was no man to do the work on the land. But streams of water came up from the earth, and that water made the ground wet. God took soil from the ground, and made a man. He breathed air into the nose of the man to give him life. So, the man became a living soul. God planted a garden in the east, in a place called Eden. God took the man that he made and he put them in the garden. God made all kinds of trees grow from the ground. The trees were beautiful to look at. The fruits from the trees were good to eat. On the middle of the garden, there were two trees. One was the tree that gives life, and other was the tree that gives knowledge of what is good and what is bad. And a river went out of Eden giving water to the garden, and from there it was parted and became 4 streams. The name of the first is Pishon, which goes round about all the land of Havilah where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone in Havilah. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It goes through the whole land of Cush. The third river is called the Tigris. It goes along the east side of Assyria. The fourth river is called the Euphrates. God took the man and he kept him in the Garden of Eden. God wanted the man to work in the garden and to take care of it. Then God told the man that he can eat the fruit from any tree in the garden, as much as he like, except the fruit from the tree that gives knowledge of good and bad. And also God said that, if he eat fruit from that tree, then he will definitely die on that day. Then God said that it was not good for the man to live alone. So he made a helper who is right for him. God took soil from the ground and he made all the animals and birds. Then he brought them to the man. God wanted to know what names the man would call them. Whatever the man called each living thing, that became its name. So the man gave names to the livestock, to the birds of the air, and to all the animals. But none of the animals was the right helper for the man. So the God let the man to sleep. While the man was sleeping, God took a rib from the man. Then he closed up the place and he covered it again with skin. Then the God took a rib out of the man. He used it to make a woman. He took the woman for the man to see her. Then the man said that finally, this was someone who is right for him. She has bones that are taken from the man's bones. Her body comes from his body. So he called her woman because God used him to make her. Because of this, when a man marries, he leaves his father and his mother. Instead, God joins the man and his wife together. The two people become like one body. The man and his wife did not wear any clothes. But they did not feel ashamed.